The Gamma connector for n8n lets you turn data from across your apps into polished presentations, documents, and web pages, automatically using workflows. In this video, we'll cover how to set it up and build a workflow that creates gammas, and a few things worth knowing. Gamma connectors is a set of integrations that let you create gammas from inside other tools. n8n is a workflow automation platform. You build pipelines that connect hundreds of apps, and it runs them for you in the cloud or self-hosted. With its native Gamma node, any pipeline can pull data from your other apps and hand it to Gamma through the Gamma API, turning that data into a finished, shareable asset. Setup is a one-time step that uses an API key to link your two accounts. First, get your Gamma API key. Open your Gamma dashboard, go to Account Settings, and generate an API key. Copy it. Then head to n8n. In your workflow, add the Gamma node. Create a new Gamma credential and paste in your API key. That's it. Gamma is now available as a step you can use in any workflow. Inside n8n, you build a workflow as a series of steps or nodes. The Gamma node sits at the end, taking the data from earlier steps and turning it into a finished asset. The Gamma node gives you a few operations to choose from. Generates a brand new presentation, document, web page, or social post from a prompt. The prompt can be built dynamically from the output of earlier nodes, so the content reflects your actual data. You control the format, text amount, theme, and more. Create from template takes an existing Gamma template and adapts it with a new prompt, the one to use for recurring deliverables where you want the same branded layout filled with fresh data each time. There are also helper operations. Get status to check on a generation, and list operations to pull your workspace themes and folders, so a workflow can configure itself dynamically. Because n8n connects to over 400 apps, the data feeding Gamma can come from almost anywhere. Once the workflow runs, Gamma generates the output, and the result is waiting in your Gamma workspace, fully editable from there. Generated gammas via n8n will also appear in the API Generated tab in your workspace. The connector creates new gammas. It does not edit existing ones. If you want to change a gamma that's already been generated, open it in the Gamma app and edit it there. Generation uses Gamma credits, the same way creating in the Gamma app does. If you see a message about insufficient credits, you can purchase more in Gamma account settings or upgrade your plan. Because the connection uses an API key, if generations stop working, check that your API key is still valid and update it in your Gamma credential in n8n. That's how you use the Gamma connector for n8n. To learn more about Gamma connectors, check out the documentation link below. Try today and get your ideas into the universe.